Why do I constantly see 777 on my twin flame journey? You probably manifested it. You first saw 777, or you heard or read somewhere that seeing 777 is a good thing for twin flames, and the universe read that thought and or noticed that you had a reaction to 777, and reaction could only be like, oh, that is cool, 777, I like that. And then the universe will show you more and more and more of that. So that is basically the only meaning. It is just a basic manifestation.
For my love, Janine, I'm helpless for your smile.
How I detach from my twin flame if we work together? Well, detaching does not mean that you can't see the other person. Detaching here also is a more inner process. Many people misunderstand letting go, and I do have a video about letting go. You will find it in the Twin Flame 101 playlist, and if I don't forget, in the description box below. Letting go or detaching does not mean that we don't think about them, we don't talk about them or talk to them. It is more the how. How do you see them? If you see them and it makes you sad, then revise that. Go at home in the evening and rewrite your day. And if they ignored you, you would write how they smiled at you and how happy you were to see them. Create that inner image of them being ready, of them being loving. Detaching means letting go of control and focusing more on yourself and less on them. It is about the how do I think about them. Do I think out of loss and missing and longing and impatience and pain? Or do I take responsibility for my own feelings and emotions? It is not his job to make you feel good. It is your emotions. It is your stuff that is getting mirrored back to you. You take a responsibility, you clear that, you heal that, either with revision or Ho'oponopono or any other method you like. You can also watch my meditations, affirmations, subliminals to heal that, to work on your self-concept, and to get more into your faith in this connection, and they will have to mirror that back to you. So detaching does not mean ignoring your feelings. You are allowed to always think about them when they pop into your mind, but you want to redirect that to happy thoughts of already seeing you together, and then having that happy feeling that it brings to you. Is it true that the universe sets both twin flames to meet again regardless if there is someone else or not? No, that is not true. What is prompting the universe to do that is your own inner assumptions. It is, again, the law of assumption. Everyone is you pushed out. I mean, again, we have to elaborate. If they are your real twin flame, then you choose each other in the end. That is how it is. A true twin flame is not some affair that you're getting obsessed with. A true twin flame is not this, okay, I am in this relationship where I'm no longer happy, and then I see them and I finally get to fantasize about something and it makes me feel good. That is not what a twin flame is. Twin flame is someone who triggers awakening and a self-love journey, and staying in a relationship where you're no longer happy, that is not self-love. So if you are staying stuck in a relationship, even though you love someone else, you don't love yourself, and you're either at the very, very, very beginning of your journey, or it's not a twin flame. So if it is a real twin flame, yes, you will meet again because your souls long for it, and not just meet, it will be progress, it will be positive. However, if you are not twin flames and you still have to believe, oh my God, I constantly run into them, then you will run into them. On the other hand, if you are wanting to run into them, then that may not happen, because it does not happen if you're out of lack mentality. Your universe will always mirror you what is your dominant energy. If it's longing and lack, then you most likely won't meet them, or it will be not a good meeting, or it will be a good meeting and then again a separation, because inner lack mentality cannot possibly ever manifest happy union, not ever. So any lack mentality will keep them away energetically. But at the same time, if you meet them and it has any kind of reaction, it doesn't mean positive or negative, it has a reaction that will prompt the universe to cross your path again. The universe doesn't really differentiate between positive or negative emotions. It only knows where's your focus. So if you meet them and you don't want to meet them, and then you think about that, the universe hears, okay, you want to meet them again. So if you want to meet them peacefully, there cannot be any lack mentality, and there has to be some self-work done. This is not twin flame related, but I'm going to get vaccinated. Will this affect my ascension? Law of assumption only if you assume it will. Have any twin flames experienced tinnitus? Well, here I would like to differentiate. I mean, I'm not a doctor. I think tinnitus is a kind of disease where you constantly have a ringing in your ear that doesn't get away. So no, then I would rather go to a doctor to have that checked. Or manifest, of course, a healthy body. But if you're just talking about ringing in your ears occasionally, then that can happen, twin flame or not. That is more like an ascension symptom, and twin flames trigger ascension, so it can be related, but it is not specifically a twin flame thing. And that ringing in your ear comes if there is some difference. It could be like different pressure. To me, it could be a sign of changing a timeline. You have that ringing in your ear, and sometimes you all of a sudden feel, or something feels different, and you cannot really point your finger at it. Then that may have been if you shifted a timeline. And you can watch my videos about timelines. It is probably in the description box below, or at least you will find it in my channel. But it could also happen, to me it happens if someone on the spirit world wants my attention. And then there's this ringing, because why? Because your frequency is getting raised a little bit so that they can reach you, your spirit guides. And yeah, the sudden shift in vibration can cause the ringing in your ear. Or also if you shift timeline and there is something a little bit different, again, you may not point your finger at it, you don't know what it is, but something feels a little bit different. That may have been a timeline shift, and then you have a ringing in your ear that is for a moment and not constantly. If it's constantly, again, everything is your creation. And I wanted to say it is physically, yes, but it is always energetically first before it is physically. Then I would rather suggest to check what is the psychic somatic cause for tinnitus. It cannot be something like loud music, because many people hear loud music and not everybody gets tinnitus. So maybe some kind of assumption. Why is it that every time I stop trying to manifest my ex-twin flame back, I get pulled back into it? Well, because your higher self still knows that you can have this connection and you want it. Probably you are too obsessive when you're manifesting. It is also, again, the energy in your assumptions. What kind of energy do you use to manifest? Is it, I have to manifest them in order to get them, lack mentality? That is keeping it away. And then once you give up, you are not so much in that lack mentality again, and then they can come back. If you are manifesting out of, I need to do X in order to get Y, that is not necessarily going to work. What you want to do instead is use your technique. I don't care what it is, if it's affirmations, visualization, scripting, and that technique should get you into that nice feeling of, it feels good. The feeling of, I am with them energetically in that moment. It should give you some kind of relief. And if you use the technique and just forget about manifesting them, but use your technique in order to manifest getting into this relaxed feeling, this feeling of relief, then it will come. But right now it may be that you're manifesting, I'm doing X in order to get Y, and it's not going to happen that way, because you're doing it out of lack mentality. You're doing it out of the energy of, it is not here, and now I have to work my butt off in order to get it. But the technique is there to get you, at least for that moment, into the state of it is here. And the rest of the day, we just don't want to cancel that by staying on our mental diet. So when you stop manifesting, you probably in that moment stop obsessing. You stop doing what is keeping it away. And then they can come back. So what I suggest is not stop manifesting them, but When you sit down and you have inner conversations, do it for the fun of it. When you visualize, do it for the fun of it, and then knowing it is already mine. While you're doing it in that moment, they are with you energetically. They are with you. We want to get you in the energy of it already is, and out of it is not, so I have to do something to make it be. That is what's blocking it. So I hope it helped. I hope you liked that video. If you did, then please like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Again, check out my Twin Flame 101 playlist. Every question you may have will be answered in there. If you do have another question, you can leave a comment and I will put it on my to-do list. Please like and subscribe, hit the bell icon, and check out the entire Twin Flame 101 playlist, because you will find everything Twin Flame related in there, and I do have over 120 videos. If you want personal coaching, of course you can reach out. I see you maybe in personal coaching or in another video. Until then, I do wish you all the best now. Bye bye.